Today was a little bit different for Dallas in terms of his training. And the reason why I'm doing this memo is because, first of all, today's training was more geared towards where I'm at currently in my prep. So I wanted to, show some appreciation because within what we're doing, I am a huge proponent of programming, a huge proponent of sticking to a program as a means to monitor progress during a contest prep. But I also am a huge proponent of having fun within training. And right now, I currently am in my peak week, and Dallas is obviously not in his peak week. So today we just kind of decided for Dallas it to be more of like a pumping type day, not really active recovery, but more of a day that's not so nervous system demanding. But yet within that, still working at relative intensities based off of our own individual goals. So for me, it wasn't as intense. For Dallas, added in some more intensifiers, drop sets, things of that nature. But what we did is we just aimed to go in today and have fun. No set plan, just to kind of go by feel, which I'm doing this week anyway during peak week. I'm not trying to obviously overtrain. I'm kind of paying attention to the biofeedback that I have in terms of response from if I'm getting a pump, if I'm not getting a pump, if I'm not going to get a pump, then I'm not just going to continue to hammer the muscle. So within that, you're seeing us work, together, work side by side, but then work at the relative intensities of where we're at currently within our prep. So this was just a fun day for both of us. It meant a lot to me to kind of finish out together. I may or may not be training tomorrow, so this might be my last session. Training, and Dallas came up here ultimately for me to help him, but in the process he's been helping me, he's been pushing me. When you're able to help athletes that are far superior to yourself, it's a great motivator to you, not only in terms of my own work as a coach, but also as an athlete. On several realms, but just having him around, having somebody of his level of as a competitor, it means a lot to me. It pushes me, the way he conducts himself, the way he trains, the level and standard that he holds himself to in terms of not settling, even within so let's say progress pictures, things like that. He is the harshest critic on himself, but yet at the same time, that's what makes the best successful, is that they do things and they see things that even others, even me, I'm critical of him. I try to do so in a way that is not demeaning, but I'm very critical. I watch things closely. I'm trying to learn his body continuously because it's one of those things where we have an opportunity to be together and to be learning, and every day is an opportunity for me to see changes or lack thereof and to take advantage of those opportunities, and that's why he's here. But at the same time, he came up here and he's helped me finish out my prep and training. It has been one thing that both Dallas and I are passionate about, is to keep training fun, and ultimately that was the goal of today. And that is something that I think a lot of athletes, that it kind of rubs me the wrong way, is that, you're going to get guys in prep and they have this mean mug on their face and they go in the gym and they act like they hate everybody and they act like they hate themselves and they act like they hate training. And that isn't what we're about. Sure, we have hard days. Sure, we're not perfect. Sure, we make mistakes. Sure, we might snap, every once in a while, due to several factors. But if you keep in the back of your head the mindset of going into the gym to make progress and to have fun doing it, we're blessed to, first off, have healthy bodies, to be able to train, to be able to do what we love, and that's something that a lot of people, I think, take for granted within contest prep. They love their off season, but it's like the second they get into prep, their mind switches, and all of a sudden, they hate life, they hate the world, and that's what we're not. We're trying to be different than that in that aspect. So ultimately, every day we step into the gym, it's about making progress. It's about, leaving the gym better than we walk into the gym. But yet at the same time, if you're not having fun, if you're so stressed out about, your placing or, what the critics are saying or what people on the forums are saying, that it's making you not like what you're doing, then you might want to, reconsider and reevaluate what's going on. So anyway, that's just kind of some insight into today. Dallas is obviously going to resume his normal schedule, but we just kind of took a break today just to kind of have some fun, be more of just a kind of flushing, pumping type day for Dallas. Obviously, you can see it was beneficial, and also we are huge basketball fans, and we just kind of had some fun, and we both ended up having Jason Kidd jerseys on today and wearing them and just having fun. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this, and we will be back with more footage soon.